And hello everybody. Hi. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well today. I have been okay myself, for the most part. I'm just ready for the seasons to change fully because I'm ready for the nice flannel jacket weather. But it's not flannel jacket weather in Judgement. Hi. Yeah, Judgement time. So, if I remember right, last we left off on this game, we kind of got sidetracked into doing a lot of the, well, not a lot, but some of the side content involving the friendship meter stuff. And this time we're going to be doing plot. Oh, right, there was the Kahane stuff. Joy. Like, I don't know. The Kahane gang thing is just, for me, kind of, it's cool idea, but just got really annoying afterwards. But yeah, hope you're all doing all right. Hope things have been good. I've just been keeping my ear to the ground as far as game news is concerned with all of the, with all of the new things concerned with gaming and what have you. The big one that I believe I've seen was something I saw when I got off of my shift at work. The fact that apparently literally all of Annapurna Interactive had resigned. If you don't know who Annapurna Interactive is, they are a studio that's concerned with a lot of game publications alongside, I think, films and stuff as well, and TV shows. And they've published some very highly praised games, one of which being The Outer Wilds, which, that's kind of wild to me, for want of a better pun, or for want of a better, pardon the pun, that the publisher behind one of the most beloved games ever has just shut down out of nowhere. Like, it's very random. So, yeah, I kind of thought, what happened here? And I did a little bit of digging, and what I found out was that what I found, and this isn't entirely concrete, but some staff had said that apparently, pardon me, sir, but you look awful tired. I recommend a full-body de-stress package, pronto. Are you talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. I was thinking I could come over to your place sometime and ease those throbbing muscles. Yeah, so I'm not really interested in that kind of massage. I'll pass. What the heck? I never said I was gonna do anything weird. I'm a mobile massage therapist, for crying out loud. Oh, whoops. You're darn right, whoops. Are there no actual health professionals here in Kamurocho? Anyway, the name's Sakura Amamiya. That's right, Amamiya. Took a second to remember how that's pronounced. And I fix busted backs and broken hearts from Sotenbori all the way to Tokyo. Broken hearts, huh? You're sounding awfully scammy right now, lady. Come on, that's just part of my bit. You'll understand once you have your first session. Right now, I'm offering my services for a very low price of 3,000 yen an hour. My hands are pure magic, so I'm told. Yeah, now I'm even more skeptical. Stop being a weirdo and just try it out. At least take my contact info. The fuck? Okay. Odd. Alright, we gotta fight this guy here to get this meter down.
Food!
So yeah, it was, so another, as I was saying, so the weird thing about it is just how sudden it was, but apparently according to what some have said, it seems like, one, the CEO wanted to do some restructuring that people were not agreeing with, and another thing is that it's the games division of it specifically, not the entire company, I think. But that's like 37 or so people that just went, hey, we're not gonna work for this place anymore. Which is kind of insane. That's a walkout that's pretty crazy. So I don't know how this is gonna affect, like, I don't know what it's been lately, but just a lot of game publishers have just really been getting stuff thrown around at them. I mean, shit, we had that Humble Bundle situation happen a long time ago that really made people feel scared about how that would work out. Because some games that have been really highly praised recently have come up being like, hey, this Humble Bundle thing that happened, we're gonna continue the way we can, even though our publishers decided to pull this stunt, you know? I guess it just goes to show, like, for one, publishers are not the developers. They're very different entities that operate in very different ways. And thanks to that, at least some of these devs that I've seen that have been under these publication situations have been given a new lease on life. But it's like, fuck. Because Annapurna seemed like they were kind of on the up and up. You know, they've been getting a lot of really cool games to publish, and it just seemed like they were in a good spot, reputation-wise. It's just random that this decided to come... Well, I don't know, just really bizarre. Really, really bizarre. How did I get 230,000 yen? I don't remember. Alright, well, I'm buying 3 of these, because I need those badly. Oh, I remember. I was seeing if I could get a martial arts scroll with a bunch of wooden tokens for a gambling place. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that anymore. Like, the kit that I've got for fighting and getting upgrades has been pretty good already. I don't really need any more out of this. So we'll just find another Keihin member to fight. Okay, down there. And then we'll get straight to the story. Which, if we left off... From what I remember where we left off, the person... The mole that has been killing all of the Kansai Yakuza from... It's another K name. I'm blanking on it, but yeah, it's another situation, and the person that was responsible for, essentially, the guy responsible for all the deaths in Kamurocho turns out to be the high-level police person that I suspected a little bit ago. And really? So that was a reveal that happened. I was like, oh, I was right on that. Sure enough. Cool. To get another checkup because he just glanced off me. So, I don't know. It just goes to show that no matter what, any industry could go through a rapid change at the drop of a hat. Because, you know, you could have a dev... You could have a dev or a publisher that's been responsible and has such goodwill in the gaming industry, and then suddenly something happens that causes the whole company of it to get upended, and... It's just weird. One of those weird quirks of life in game development. So, that was the bit of news that I saw a couple days ago. No. Yeah, a couple days ago that really made me go like, oh shit, that's something. So, only thing I can really say about the whole thing there is that I really hope the people that worked with Annapurna on those find good work to continue, you know, sustainably on, because game development and developers are kind of facing a problem of not being adequately paid for their jobs, about as much as any, like, it's like that with a lot of creative spaces, you know, animation, game development, acting, voice acting, all of that has been kind of a major issue of contention for a lot of people. So I just hope a lot of that works out in their favor because, yeah, a lot of companies are kind of short-sticking the people that have made the stuff. Like, down to even smaller animations like, well, I say small. Down to some animations like the Hot Ones episode that was done with Donald Duck. It took a few days of people saying, hey, credit the goddamn animators for the channel responsible for that video to even start putting the credits of the animators in that video. Like, that wasn't there initially. Isn't that fucked up? Ugh. Anyway, let's rest. Sleep with the cats around the... Sleep with cats all around us.
Hello?
Yagami-kun? It's Mafuyu. Did I wake you up?
You need something?
The moles claimed another victim. Another
Kyorei, that was it.
What?
Head to the Matsugane family office if you can.
Alright, I'll be right over.
Kyorei, that was it. It was another name that started with a K, but there's just been so many, like, so many full-on, like, places and organizations that start with the letter K in this game where I'm just like trying to keep my head on straight about it. Kyorei, Kajihira, Keihin, there's probably another one that I'm forgetting right now. So my guess is the mole probably either got to the lieutenant that fought with us in the fire, or the other guy from the Kyorei clan that we first encountered all the way back when. It's my guess. What happened?
They've already ID'd the victim.
Mafuyu.
Satoshi Shioya, captain of the Kyorei clan.
Yeah.
You knew him, yes?
Mm-hmm. If it was really the mole, that means his eyes have been gouged out?
So I hear. I haven't confirmed it for myself.
Better that you don't. Who's handling the case? Kuroiwa again?
Yes. He's right over there. Speaking of which, Yagami-kun, what happened last night? With the interrogation?
Listen, Mafuyu.
Hmm?
It's Kuroiwa. He's the mole.
What?
Apparently he and Hamura have been working together for years. At first, he was just a dirty cop. Not too different from Ayabe, I guess. But eventually he found murder was profitable. That's not all. Shono from the ADDC is the one who's been hiring him to do his dirty laundry. And these corpses with their eyes gouged out? Human experiments, every one of them. All for 89. This won't end. I just confronted Shono the other day. Said I was onto his insane tests. And now... there's a new body like nothing's changed at all. I can only see one way this shakes out. There's gonna be more deaths before this is all over. Even when he's this close to being all but caught, he's not gonna stop for anything. There's no doubt now.
So no?
Shono, he seems like this quiet, harmless scientist when you see him on the job. Except, 89 changes who he is. Makes the guy a monster. Completing his drug will save millions. Not to mention their families. It would change the whole world. With all that power protecting Dr. Shono, he'd risk everything he has. It's us, against anyone that money can buy.
What are you going to do? Why not walk away?
Wish I could. Matsugane-san's death can't go unanswered. He deserves closure. They won't get away with this.
All right. Oh, that was the end of the chat. Wow. So last time I streamed this, I was literally at the tail end of the chapter. Okay. But yeah, we're also close to the end of this game too, so this is the second to last.
The Matsugane family and the Mole mount an assault, and the Kamurocho ambitions of the Kyorei clan crumble. Betrayed by his inner circle, Hamura becomes a target himself, so he reveals to Yagami the Mole's true identity. He is Kamurocho's organized crime division detective, Kuroiwa. The man who took Matsugane's life falls under the shield of 89's powerful benefactors.
Yeah. Because the whole deal about 89 is that it's supposed to help cure dementia, which would be huge.
They held his funeral at Tojo clan headquarters.
They couldn't show Daigo Dojima because that would be odd to cross over immediately.
An intimate service. The Matsugane family would have passed to Hamura, but with him missing, it was all but dissolved. It wasn't like he'd made much of an impact on the Tojo brass to begin with. But to Genda-sensei, he was an old friend of over 40 years. And then there was Kaito-san, who joined up after finishing middle school. And Higashi, too. When Kaito got expelled, protecting the boss became his personal mission. All of us knew exactly who was responsible for taking him from us. It was just a matter of finding the proof.
Because yeah, the Ministry of Health is helping pay for the hit jobs of Kuroiwa, because again, you find a potential cure for dementia, people will pay attention.
Shintani's dead, killed by Ayabe, so they claim. This is the pre-trial conference for that case. Basically, we sit in here and hammer out the flow of the trial. Try to keep things as simple as possible for the jury, you know. According to the law, both the prosecution and the defense have to submit all their evidence before even going to court. You can't burst in mid-trial with new info like they do in the movies.
We've been going in circles for a while now. We'll never get anywhere like this. You say that, yes.
In other words, we need to make sure all our cards are in
Okay.
order, then show the other side our hand.
The rifling marks on the bullet are unshakable proof of guilt. You really want to plead innocent with such a severe disadvantage?
How does the defense respond? You can also bargain for a lesser sentence if you so desire.
No, we still contend that Detective Ayabe was set up. Our stance remains unchanged.
Seriously? So it was Kuroiwa all along. Everything makes sense now.
Were there ever any warning signs?
Nah. This might have nothing to do with it, but I heard a story about the guy once.
Go on.
Back when he was starting out, his boss on the force was working as a Tojo clan go-between on the side. In exchange for kickbacks and whores, of course. Kind of shit you see every day in Kamurocho. But one day, that boss went and threw himself off a roof. right when they were gonna haul him in, too. Guess some goody two-shoes on the force went and ratted him out.
One of his own co-workers? Was it Kuroiwa?
No. Funny enough, they found the snitch with a noose around his neck just a day later.
So it was a double suicide?
What the hell?
From what I've heard, it's possible that hanging was actually a homicide. Maybe, just maybe, someone wanted revenge on the snitch. After the dust cleared, a new dirty cop had risen from the ashes, with his boss's connections and then some. He's been in bed with the Yakuza ever since. Turns out this guy's our top detective, too.
And you're saying that's Kuroiwa?
Hey, I'm just telling you what I heard. You're the one who asked about warning signs.
And not like that really good webtoon warning label. No, that's a very different thing.
Let's split up, Hoshino-kun. Sticking with me is just gonna put you in more danger.
Come on, I'll be fine. I'm not a little kid.
I know that. Either way,
I'm the
done for
Apollo
today.
Justice to your Phoenix Wright. What?
Then,
I don't understand
see
what
you
you're
around,
talking about,
Yakuza.
Hoshino. I don't know what you mean. Who's Apollo Justice? Okay, so we head back to the apartment. But first, this is the second to last chapter. Surely Tender has to have something for us. But yeah, the case definitely gets interesting since we're potentially trying to get a high-level detective put away in prison for continuous murders. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hey, who's she?
Oh, one of my regulars. She was asking about a customer who was trying to hit on her.
Hitting on her? What was she want with him?
Apparently, the guy turned out to be a con artist. She said he tricked her into buying something really expensive. So she was trying to figure out if he came around here often. Figure out where he works all that. And I guess I should let her know if I see him again.
All kinds of cons in this town. Which type was he?
Apparently he's a real friendly, eloquent type who gets a woman comfy and then sells her on something worthless. There's even a reward for him. What's his name? Oh, I forgot. But I'll remember his face if I see it.
I could keep an eye out for him too if I knew what he looked like.
Want me to send you a photo if I ever get my hands on one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. Nope. Alright, we'll try the Genda office then. Yeah, we'll try the Genda office for a side job, and then we could probably go to the story. I don't really have any, because like there are some friendship meters that I wish I could do more of, but they've kind of been not. Some have just not really been that available, unfortunately. But yeah, I did see some interesting positive news, which is that some games that I've been really looking forward to have been releasing to some really high acclaim. One of which was a game that I featured on my sort of horror demo month I did in last October. And it's a game that I've actually been debating about streaming. It's a little game called Hollow Body. And it's that PS2-inspired sci-fi survival horror game that I played the demo of a while back, and I really liked it. And according to what I've been seeing on Twitter, a lot of other people really like it. So, I don't know, it just feels good to see a game that you saw potential in get the praise it deserves, you know? It makes me glad to see. Also, we have an ad starting in 5 minutes, so just a heads up on that. But yeah, that's just nice to see, because with a lot of the really negative news that we tend to see in gaming, it's hard to feel positive about any kind of movements or changes. But with the release of something like Hollow Body, as well as the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, it's nice to finally have something positive to say about gaming at this time, even if it's just something that's released that's good, you know? Or something that's got a release date that you're excited about. It's nice to have at least that. The other thing that I've been seeing some buzz about is the new Vox Machina animated series season, which I've really turned around a little bit on that show. When I first saw it, I did not like the first episode of that show. It felt very juvenile and felt like it relied a lot on barf humor and or just raunchy stuff. And it's not like raunchy jokes get me bad, but it just felt like that was all that it was relying on. But then as it went on, especially into that second half of season 2, or season 2, especially into that like later half of season 1, that's when it got really good. So yeah, and then I saw season 2 when it came out, which was surprisingly quick, and I enjoyed that a lot too. It was a very nicely done bit there, and you know, even gave the comic relief character some emotional moments, which was nice.
Bring it on.
And then season 3, I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but have they said if season 3 is gonna be the last one? I might look, hold on, let me continue in this fight and I'll look that up, because I'm genuinely wondering if that's the case. Just get through this fight real quick, and then I'm gonna look that up, because I have a reason to think that maybe season 3 is gonna be the last one. If not season 3, then definitely season 4. There we go.
And stay down.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm checking this real quick. Will be a 3rd season. Release date of the series, which is in October, I think. Right? Let me double check that. Was it season 3? Was season... Yeah. Okay, it is October. October 3rd is when season 3 premieres. Will there be a season 4? Hasn't been confirmed. Plenty of content left to cover from the original campaign. Yeah, because that's true. Like, because Vox Machina's animated series is meant to be covering the entirety of a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, and it's Critical Roles nonetheless. And Critical Roles is like hundreds of episodes that are 4 hours apiece. It's a lot. It's a lot. Also, I'm pausing because the ad's about to come up in half a minute. But yeah, I'll continue this discussion in a second. Just... it's crazy to me that a D&D campaign like that is able to take off as kind of a new media sensation, you know? I mean, I believe it was, like, wasn't it something to the tune of $11 million when that first got a Kickstarter campaign, when they were like, hey, we should make a cartoon of it, you know, just a nice 30-minute short. Long stretch of a possibility for a full-on animated season, for a stretch goal, but, you know, the half-hour cartoon, $11 million happens. Crazy. All right, BRB. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. So, yeah. Here we are.
Hattori?
Someone's got eyes on your place. Smells like it does when a journalist stakes out a shoot.
How can you tell?
Well, I have a nose for these things.
So, what do you want?
Not me. Chairman Kajihira. He needs to know what's up with your investigation. Honmarwen's burnt to a crisp. Shioya-san's dead. The chairman is very interested to know what happened.
No surprise there.
Nice work. A police detective cum serial murderer. If you're telling
Police detective, come, serial murderer.
89 every step
Come.
of the way.
It all leads back to the human experiments. The patient Shono killed, Waku-san, Emi Terasawa, Hashiki from the ADDC, Shintani, every single one of them.
Maybe so. But without evidence, this is nothing more than a well-crafted hypothesis.
Believe me, I know that already.
All right, I've heard what you have to say. But Chairman Kajihira still wants to meet with you.
I just told you everything I know.
Then you can tell it to him, too. I'm little more than a messenger, after all.
I've got to go to Pachinko after this and then spend all of my money on the gachapon. They've got an Evangelion collaboration right now.
Chairman Kajihira isn't your enemy. He may even have details you wouldn't otherwise be privy to. I suggest you milk that for what it's worth. Oh, and put a good word in for me, huh? If you don't mind. Are you free to meet now? You'll need to bring Kaito-san too, of course. It seems his bullet wound is almost fully healed.
You really do know everything.
What can I say? Comes with the job. Anyway, grab Kaito-san and head to Kikunoya.
Kikunoya?
I hear Patriarch Matsugane loved the place. Coincidentally, so does the chairman. Goodbye, Yagami-san.
Alright, but before we do that, I'm gonna go check on the jobs we have up here. If we can... Oh, hello. Hello? Tomioka-san's looking a little frazzled. What happened? Oh, Yagami-kun. Good timing. It's terrible. What's wrong, Tomioka-san? I just called the police, but there's a man threatening to jump off the roof of the building. Huh? What? Why? If he jumps and dies, heaven forbid, the building will bear that stigma for years. Can you try to stop him? You're worried about the stigma of the building. I can try. Hey. Hey. Who are you? Just a tenant here in the building, man. You know it would hurt us all if you died here, right? Buddy, like, when you're trying to talk someone down, you shouldn't bring up, like, hey, your dad's gonna bring the building down with, like, he's gonna bring the building's reputation down. And maybe you shouldn't have kept the roof unlocked. What the hell kind of logic is that? Oh well, guess this is going to get tricky. Right. I'm Yagami, a local detective. What's your name? It's Tsunada. Kenji Tsunada. I'm a police officer. Huh? You're a cop and you're considering suicide? What's wrong with that? Even cops get depressed, you know? You ever played Disco Elysium? That's true, that's true. Tsunada-san, why do you want to kill yourself anyway? I've been betrayed. Aoi betrayed me. Hmm? Aoi? That your girlfriend or something? Yes! She cheated on me with another man. If she dumps me, I couldn't go on living. So this was all brought about by a relationship going sour. Well, are you sure Aoi-san is cheating on you? I'm sure! I smelled another man's hair products all over her. Hmm? You smelled hair products and immediately jumped to the conclusion that she's cheating? It was enough! She wouldn't answer me when I confronted her about it. Couldn't it be a misunderstanding and she's upset that you accused her? Yeah, maybe she was on a crowded train. You think so? Yeah, it happens all the time. Besides, if you died over a misunderstanding, you'd never find happiness in the next life. Then, you have to prove it! Huh? I do? Yeah! You're a detective, right? And based on what you find, I'll decide whether I die or not! Is this guy for real right now? He's got a point, Yagami-san. An infidelity case should be a normal day at the office for you, right? Yeah, but I'm pretty busy right now. Then I'll just jump! I swear I'll do it! Come on, at this rate, he'll eventually work up the courage. Fine. I'll do it. I'll do it, Sonata-san. Where can I find your Aoi? She works at Smile Burger on Nakamichi Street. She'll probably be there. What does she look like? She's petite with short hair and glasses. And listen, if she's cheating on me, I want photographic proof. I want to see this man's face, clear as day. So after I die, I can haunt him. Okay, I get it. I'll get started then. Don't even think about jumping until I get back. Fine, but I'm still going to jump if she's cheating on me. Jesus Christ. 0 to 100 real quick. So, regarding the Critical Role situation, I bring that up in particular because there was a recent teaser that was shown for a animated series that's being made of Critical Role's second campaign, Mighty Nine, which is the one that I saw when I first heard about Critical Role. And I think it's considered like their most popular one. And I'm not sure how that, like, I saw the teaser and it looks good. It wasn't really so much like a full-on animated sequence. It was kind of the storyboard animatics version of it, like the roughs of the animation before it actually starts to, you know, come together as an animation. But yeah, I heard about the project happening, but I didn't think that it actually gets started and be that far along. I don't know. I find Critical Role a really interesting case of a campaign like that, or a campaign setting, going this far as a piece of entertainment for so many others aside from at the table. Because it's thanks to Critical Role that, one, D&D kind of had a new lease on life, and tabletop gaming in general, and two, it's really catapulted into being its own thing as an inspiration for people. And I don't know, I just can't help but admire that. Even if it seems like, from a lot of people's perspectives, Critical Role nowadays has been more fatiguing to Matt Mercer and the rest of the table, you know, Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, Sam Riegel, Liam O'Brien, and the others that they have, which is understandable. When you make your hobby your job, and when you make your passion your job, it really can drain you, even if it's something that's fun like a tabletop campaign. But that's the consensus that well, not a consensus, but it's something that I've heard that is observed. I've seen campaign 3 up to when they brought Marisha Ray's character back from the dead at a location that was central to campaign 1. That's where I left off. Because 1, I got distracted by other things, and 2, a lot of what... No, I remember... No, it wasn't there. I left off campaign 3 around when they were interacting with NPCs that were related to Ashley Johnson's character. That's where I left off. And I actually, this was a subject at my own tabletop sessions, like before we started the game. My DM and some of the players at my Pathfinder game and I were talking a little bit about Critical Role. It's just, a lot of it felt like it was very slow and RP heavy, which is fine, but it felt like a lot of slowness without really progressing the story too much. And hence that and the combat encounters can be why the episode lengths are so monstrous alongside the amount of episodes there are. So I don't see myself catching up on campaign 3 of Critical Role unless they put some kind of highlights of it, or some kind of, hey, here's what the story was and here's how this stuff happened. That's not going to substitute actually watching all of the streams, but unless I watched them at like 4 times speed, if a setting like that was possible, there is not a way that I could be able to catch that. In fact, that's what my DM was trying to do, is that he watched it at 2 times speed just so that he could catch up, since there's so much of it. But yeah, I don't know. Depending on the success of Season 2 of Critical Role with Mighty 9, who knows, maybe Bell's Hell's Critical Role will end up getting animated, which I wouldn't mind. Honestly, animating a campaign can really help with getting people interested in it, since it does condense a lot of the stuff in it down to a shorter runtime, albeit with a whole lot more resources being allocated to it. But the market's there, and I really hope, and who knows, maybe this could inspire other campaigns to try something similar. Is Aoi-san here? She should have short hair and glasses. Ah, is that her? Hey, Aoi-chan, I'm back. Oh, Fujinaga-san. Maybe that's a friend? Yeah, I was just in the area. What time are you off? In a few minutes, actually. Ah, beautiful. Keep smiling, then. Your shift ends in a few minutes, huh? I can wait it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Aoi-chan. What are you doing here? I thought maybe you'd have some time after you got off. Want to grab a drink? Oh, but I saw a cute cafe I wanted to try, but no self-respecting man would buy sweets without a beautiful lady to taste them. This guy sounds like the kind of person that would say, "Oh, it's so sad that somebody would choose to go to a restaurant on their own." Bruv. I won't take much of your time, honest. Okay, fine. I could go for some sweets right about now anyway. Is she heading off with that guy? They look pretty close. This isn't going so well. Better follow them to make sure, though. Another tailing mission? Yeah. Yeah, this is not looking good. Oh, you fucking get... Literally right as I need to... Damn it, let me just... There. Really? Again? Alright. Where did they go? Where did they go? There they are. Oh, they're going into M side. Oh. I have to have both of them in my sights? That's dumb. All right, complete. So thankfully that wasn't too long. It wasn't like the other guy for the main story. Your boyfriend works odd hours, huh? It must be so lonely. Yeah, sometimes. So why waste your time on a man who can't give you the time of day? Huh? You know, if I was your boyfriend, I would always make time for you, Aoi-chan. That, I promise you. What are you getting at? Aoi-chan, I like you. Fujinaga-san! I'm serious, Aoi-chan. Do you feel the same way, though? Well, I do. Like you a lot, Fujinaga-san. Crap! She's totally guilty. Hope you know you signed a death warrant today, Ali-san. I better get a picture as proof.
Now. Shit, I blew it.
Damn it. Let's retry that. Damn it, I blew it. I game over because I'm bad at pictures. Can I not move the...
Now.
There we go. Great. At this distance, their faces are perfectly clear. It's a pretty perfect shot. Oh, poor guy. Oh, God. Also, I hear that. Where's the fucking code? I got an upgrade. I got a permanently turned on upgrade that makes a noise whenever I am near a barcode that I can take a picture of. But because it's not toggleable, I can't turn it off. Here it is. Oh, that poor guy.
Now.
Actually, did that picture go clearly? There. And it's useful because they at least unlock moves for me to learn, which is nice. It's just I'm getting flashbacks to when I would be going through Kamurocho in one of the prior Yakuza games, and I'd just be hearing the beeps constantly because of the coin locker stuff, which in a way, I'm kind of glad are not a thing anymore in the series. Yeah, poor guy. Gotta tell him, hey man, your girlfriend has been cheating on you. Fuck. Oh, poor guy. And it, like, I don't know how they could spin this to be different than it actually is, but, not good. Alright. Fuck! Wrong area.
Yo, I'm gonna make some coffee. You want a cup?
Hey, aren't you supposed to be recovering?
It's fine. Come on, drink with me.
Well, if you say so. And by the way, Hattori just dropped by.
The journalist?
Yeah, apparently Chairman Kajihira is asking for us.
What I hear, Kajihira's in a pretty tough spot right now.
Hmm?
Chairman Koba from the Kyorei clan's putting the pressure on. I mean, their Captain Shioya just got his eyes gouged out. Never would have happened if Kajihira hadn't shipped him up to Kamurocho.
Yeah, I guess so.
First, a couple of their rookies die in Kamurocho, then a captain turns up dead. Chairman Koba's probably freaking the fuck out.
Guess Kajihira's calling us to fix it then?
Dunno. We'll find out when we get there.
We?
I'm sick of sitting around watching Kuroiwa, man. We're not getting anywhere with this shit. It's time we try something new. Hell, I'll do whatever it takes to avenge Matsugane-san.
Damn right.
Alright, so, okay, we don't go straight
Going
there.
to Kikunoya? Alright.
Well, I had another thing to take care of first.
Let's hit it.
And actually, you know, I discussed the whole thing about a Critical Role. One thing that I know I hear a lot of people sort of be critical towards, towards Critical Role about is, shit. Well, I can't do the side quest now. Is about essentially how it feels like for some DMs, that get new players that get inspired to try D&D because of Critical Role, that Matt Mercer set up like a precedent for how DMs are supposed to be. And like, this is my opinion on that argument, on that whole situation. I agree that the players are acting a bit unrealistic regarding how they want their game to essentially be like Critical Role, because Critical Role is not just a D&D campaign, it's a piece of entertainment that are for people aside from the table, you know? Like, Matt Mercer's putting on a performance. Matt Mercer and the others are putting on a performance as much as they are just shooting the shit and playing Dungeons and Dragons together. So that's part of the reason why it's so performative. And while yes, you can be performative at your own home games, some of the time that's not really the deal. I mean, my table is pretty fun, but they don't really have the whole role play aspect to it. They're pretty cut and dry. So another one? Oh Christ. Where is it? Is it? It's around here. That's not it. Where'd it go? Where is it? It's not that poster. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. It's not in here. The bumper doesn't have it on it. Where is it? Unless it's not there, it's through here. But I thought this was the first one I found. Oh. Really? Alright, I guess I gotta take a picture with the drone then. Where is it? Oh, I learned the tiger drop. Well, that's no small move. Once I get the points for that, I'm definitely getting it. But yeah, that's part of the reason, like, I just feel kind of sorry for that sort of situation where the player just has this want to have that same dynamic, and it's just not how some tables operate, you know?
Welcome. I've been waiting for you.
Long time no see.
It's truly horrible what happened to Matsugane-san.
Yes.
To his memory.
Chairman Kajihira, I assume you've already heard about 89?
Yes. Hattori-san told me everything. The incident 3 years ago was a human experiment gone awry, huh? I'm impressed you figured that out. Quite impressed. I heard about Shinpei Okubo, too. The murder you let loose upon the world didn't actually kill anyone.
Yeah. Emmy died at the hands of Shono, the 89 researcher.
I'm not so sure about that. Do you have any proof? No?
If I did, I'd
Excuse
be
me.
making you eat those words.
Come now. No fighting. My old heart can't handle the stress.
But it can take
Hold
the
on a
sake.
If you already know what's going on, why'd you go and call us out here? What do you really want?
You're sharper than you look. To be honest, I have a bit of a problem on my hands.
Oh, yeah?
The Curé, Chairman Koba, has been getting on my case. He wants me to put a button on all this murder business. Not that I can blame him. His successor just had his eyes gouged out after all.
What's your point?
I want you to bring an end to these killings. That detective, Kuroiwa, is behind it all, right?
What do you take us for, assassins?
I have confidence that the two of you can do what I ask. What do you say? I'll give you a handsome reward.
He's as much a Yakuza as any of them.
Yeah, I think we'll be going now.
All right. It was a joke. Though the Curé clan has been getting on my case.
So you were half joking?
The real reason I called the two of you here was to say thanks in Hashki's place. It must be frustrating for him to look down on this world just to see people say he died in a drunken brawl. But you saw through that false narrative. Once we have proof and crush AD9 for good, he'll finally be avenged.
And you'll finally make good on your 100 billion yen investment. Not that I care either way.
So, Yagami-san, what comes next?
Well, Ayabe's trial is coming up, right? We'll use that stage to bring the real crimes into the spotlight. That'll also mean lifting the veil on 89. Okubo will be in the clear, too.
Interesting. I think you're still missing some evidence, though.
You're not wrong. We don't know where Hamura is, either.
Well then, what now?
If we want to expose the secrets of 89, there's one man we have to chase down.
I'm gonna keep going after Kuroiwa. Stay on his tail till I get a solid lead.
You may be waiting a long time then. He's not the type of man to slip up.
I know. It'll take some time for sure, but there's no other way.
I'm not sure you have the time you think you do.
What do you mean?
It won't be long until Shinpei Okubo is executed.
What?
So say my connections, at least. There's a top-secret list stating which death row inmates are potential execution candidates for the near future. Apparently, Okubo is on that list. Once the Minister of Justice rubber stamps the execution, it's over.
What? But why?
Someone must have pressured the Ministry to put Okubo on the list.
Damn it. If I don't do something soon, I'm gonna lose my chance forever.
If it were me, I'd try going after an easier target than Kuroiwa.
And who would that be?
Look, this is an article of mine that got scrapped.
Researcher mired in scandal. Millions of yen paid in hush money.
Kido-san.
Kido?
Really?
His womanizing ways are actually pretty well known. Guess he's really cut loose since they announced 89. Underneath the lab coat, he's nothing but a shameless pervert. If anything, he's the one you should be going after.
No way am I getting into the ADDC, though. Not now.
Then you'll just have to lure him out. That's the only way to get a cautious quarry to leave its nest.
And how are we gonna do that?
Offer him a delicious meal. For Kido, that would be a woman. A beautiful one, ideally.
A woman?
A woman? Well, that was the last place I expected to get any good advice.
Yeah, you had a point, though. Kido might be our best bet for evidence. Evidence that could reveal the truth about 89.
We're gonna have to drag him out of the ADDC first.
Hattori suggested you seduce
Gotta send him to the Lincoln Biobots. That'll do it.
Honey trap, huh? And guess it's time for Saori-san to do her thing again.
Hope Kamurocho's #1 hostess has a few more tricks up her sleeve.
Yeah, I'll ask her tomorrow.
Well, I'm all out of gas for tonight. See you tomorrow, man.
Alright, well now we can do the side quest. And you know, actually, speaking of, since I'm playing an RGG game, I may as well bring this thing up too. So, this month of September is going to have a summit for RGG Studios, and the summit is going to cover matters of another game that they've had in development, which you don't need me to tell you, like I'm keeping a tentative ear out on that, but I can't help but feel like they're really hammering up a lot of different games to showcase as far as, you know, their line of games, because RGG has only developed Yakuza games and Judgment. And though it feels like a blink of an eye, Infinite Wealth came out like a few months ago, like 7 months ago, I think. It's been around 7 months since Infinite Wealth came out. So I don't know, part of me thinks like maybe they should slow their roll a little bit, but who knows? People have been wanting another Judgment game, but apparently that's seeming less likely because of the contract they have with the actor that plays Yagami. In Japan, the actor who plays him in the dub, Greg Chun, I believe, would love to return as Yagami, but I think it's Greg Chun, right? No, not Death Note Yagami. God damn it. Yeah, Greg Chun. That's who plays Yagami. I imagine he'd love to return, but I don't know what the contract situation is with his Japanese VA. And the other thing is, I don't know, like, if another Judgment game happens, cool. But if another Yakuza game or Like a Dragon game gets announced, I've got to be like, guys, slow your goddamn roll with all these huge releases. How many of these are you making? Like, and the other thing is, like, there was a Yakuza Wars mobile thing that recently got announced. That may be it. Or they could be having a summit based on the Like a Dragon Amazon series that's coming. When is that happening again? It's coming in October 25th. God, October's a huge fucking month. The show will start on the 25th, with the rest of the episodes coming on November 1st. Huh. Yeah, so that might be another big thing that they're having the summit for, which I think is next Monday? When is it happening? September 20th, so next Friday, literally next week. So I don't know. I'm of a mind that I feel like they should slow their roll, because they just released what is easily their largest game ever back in February or January. Back in January. Unless they're doing another Judgment game, which I'm like, okay, you know, they can reuse Kamurocho for that, as they've done for the entire franchise. But then I'm also like, oh man, I kind of want to see what they might be doing. Maybe they'll give Ichiban a story this time. Like, that's harsh, but you know, I'll say my thoughts again about Infinite Wealth. I mentioned them before when I finished the game, that game felt more like a conclusion to Kiryu's story as opposed to a new Ichiban story. You know, like, so much of the content in that game towards the latter half especially felt very much like hey, here's the conclusion, here's all of Kiryu's reminiscing points about his past in all of the other Yakuza games. And Ichiban doesn't get, well, I mean, he doesn't get that because he's only had one other game so far, but Ichiban doesn't nearly get that much, nearly as much attention. He gets a good amount of stuff to do in terms of mini games and everything, and also side content like the Dondoko Island stuff, but in terms of the story, because he fights Bryce in the nuclear waste dump, and like the most attachment that he tends to get to the story is his mom, and that felt like a very weak connection. Like, even Ichiban in the story mentions being like, yeah, it's weird to even say that, it's weird to call her my mom because she's not been present in my life at all until now. That Captain Sawashiro brought her up. And also that they basically, I wouldn't say lampshaded, but they took away the interesting aspect of Ichiban where it was like, it didn't matter if Arakawa was his father or not, because he still considered him a dad even if he wasn't, and that he felt like he had two dads that raised him to be the man he was. It's a whole thing, and it just felt kind of like Ichiban's story was just kind of there at points, you know? And then Kiryu's whole story is, yeah, he's in Hawaii too, but he's in Hawaii because the mission that he's on with Lonnie and Akane felt like it hit a personal note for him because of his history with Haruka. And then, you know, when Ebina is like, hey, I'm one of the people that the Yakuza fucked over, and I don't want the Yakuza to just get to walk and live a normal life after all the damage that they've caused to regular people like me. That felt more like a Kiryu moment there, where he's saying, I'm sorry for all of the stuff we've done to you. That felt more like as I said, story felt more like it was a Kiryu story than an Ichiban story. So, I don't know. Who knows if Like a Dragon 9 will give Ichiban, like, because part of why Yakuza 7 felt so strong for Ichiban's story is because so much of his action, like so much of the story was so personal to him and thus drove his actions through. The story more or less had to kick Ichiban into action in Infinite Wealth. It had to be like, hey, yes, Ichiban, you should go see your mom in Hawaii. And Ichiban didn't really feel that proactive in going unless it was by Sawashiro's request. So, yeah, like, whereas Ichiban's whole actions in Yakuza 7 were all about, like, how he wants to get back in, how he wants to talk to Arakawa, him being proactive through the whole thing. So, yeah, Ichiban felt very passive in Infinite Wealth, and that's kind of why I say it was more of a Kiryu story. So, I just hope for 9 they at least have something that feels like it makes Ichiban feel more driven to do the story, as opposed to a friend or past family member of his being like, hey, Ichiban, go do this thing, and he's like, I don't know, and they're like, please, and he's like, okay. So, that's my opinion. That's my thoughts. So, next Friday is when we'll see that come up, if it comes up. Who knows? For all I know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're really keeping under wraps about Like a Dragon 9 because they may want to find the celebrity voice they want to bring in. Because that's a thing. There was an article a bit ago that talked about how, I think it was something like RGG wants to probe people's thoughts about who they would like to see as a celebrity voice in Like a Dragon 9. And they brought up, like, and someone brought up, like, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as an example in the article title. And everybody that knows Yakuza immediately shut that idea down. Not to say that it wouldn't be funny, but the way Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tends to play his characters, he doesn't play characters, he plays Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I remember apparently that he made a big stink towards that Black Adam movie, that he had to play a villain. He doesn't play villains. He doesn't do, like, villain works. you know they'd have to cast him as a villain. They couldn't cast him as a party member. He'd be too expensive for all the voice lines. So, yeah, because, like, yeah, Danny Trejo was in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but he was there for, like, the beginning and then towards the very tail end of the game. So, I don't know. I don't know if they could, like, I don't know who else they could potentially bring in for a voice cast for a celebrity. Because, because I'm of the mind that it's fine so long as they pick someone that feels like they fit with the whole setting of it all. Danny Trejo did. And the guy they brought in for Yakuza 6 did. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's like a really well-known crime movie actor. Who would fit as and they're thinking like Hollywood actors specifically. Part of me wants to say Keanu Reeves, but I think Sonic's taking up too much of that space right now, because he's kind of floating around in terms of a name with that. But I also... Who would be good to have for a celebrity voice in... And it has to be a villain. Like, it has to be somebody that can play an antagonist or a villain. Because, like, I don't think they could be able to have the money available for a Hollywood actor to be a regular character that joins Ichiban's party. It'd be cool if they could, but I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't know how I'd feel. I don't know how a lot of people would feel. Nicolas Cage would be funny. That'd be very funny, because he did that performance as himself for Dead by Daylight, so who knows? Maybe they could get Nicolas Cage as a Like a Dragon 9 villain. Wouldn't that be something? Yes, the image is in my head now, and oh, I can't unthink it. I don't know. I think that'd be funny. I know somebody, like, if they want to go with the wrestler logic, since someone said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Dave Bautista, I think, is his name. The guy that played Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy and in that one cabin movie I forget the name of that was directed by Shyamalan, I think. Who else? Because it's got to be somebody that has a good vocal range, too. Because the thing is, I didn't know this. Apparently, Danny Trejo's been in a lot of games in the past and done a lot of VA work. In particular, I didn't know this. He voiced Raoul in Fallout New Vegas. Did not know that. Who else? Who else would be a good fit for a celebrity appearance in a Like a Dragon Yakuza game? Part of me really doesn't want to put a Marvel star in there, because that feels, like, not to say that Marvel stars can't be good in other things, it's just the stigma of the whole Marvel thing tends to follow them, and Marvel movies have kind of gone down a bit in reputation. I mean, shit, they cast Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, even though he was supposed to be pretty much done with all of that after Infinity War, so... yeah. I don't know. An answer may come up about it. We'll see on the 20th of September. Not the 21st. Not that night that we gotta remember. Yeah, Keihin gang, but I've got a thing to do here. God fucking... Yep. Alright. Yagami-kun, what's the verdict? Haoi-san was really cheating on me, wasn't she? Oh, well... I can't lie to him. That'd be worse. This isn't easy for me to say, but in conclusion, Yes, Aoi-san is guilty. What? Then, it's true. She's cheating on you.
Aoi, I can't believe it. That's it! I'm going to kill myself! This is where I die!
Tsunade-san, let's not do anything drastic. He's right. There are so many other fish in the sea, but you need to be alive to catch them.
I don't want to catch them! If Aoi's going to dump me, I'd rather be dead!
Wait, don't do this. Huh? Damn, who's calling me right now of all times? The bartender? Let's answer. Wait, he's a bartender. He probably has all kinds of ways to talk the people out of suicide. Hey, great timing.
You finally picked up. I have some good news, talk.
Huh? Good news? I'm not sure now's a good time, though.
No, it's about that con artist I was telling you about.
Oh, shit! Wait, that was related? Ha!
I saw him in town.
Wait, a con artist?
I lost sight of him pretty quickly, but not before I snapped his picture. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's great, but hey, do you have any tips for talking someone out of committing suicide? It's important.
Huh? You're kidding, right? This isn't a TV show, man. If someone wants to die, they're gonna do it.
No way.
Hey, why are you taking phone calls when I'm about to die? Is it a girl? Are you calling your girlfriend? How could you do this to me?
We're totally out of options. Junichi Fujinata. Hey! I did not fucking think. Wow, they're related. Huh? Wait a sec. Alright, for real this time. 1, 2. Wait a minute. There's something else.
Why won't you just let me die?
No, look at this guy.
Who's that? Hey, why would you show me the face of a man Aoi is cheating on me with right before I die? That's just cruel.
You're a cop, right? Haven't you heard of the name Junichi Fujinaga before? He's a wanted con artist.
Yeah, I think so. He targets vulnerable women, right?
Yeah, and get this. The man in this photo, that's him. Junichi Fujinaga.
What? What did you say?
What's all this about a con artist now? He's this bastard who befriends women and tries to sell them expensive pieces of junk. So you're saying... Yeah, Tsunade-san, you can't die now. Your beautiful Aoi is being conned.
You're right. I've got to go save her. Where is she, Yagami-san?
On the rooftop of Kamuro Theater.
Ah! I'm coming, Aoi, sweetheart!
Whoa! Oh, that's in bad taste.
Wait for me, Aoi!
Oh my god, he actually... Huh? Guess he won't be dying today. Amazing. That must be the power of love. His ankles have got to be broken after that. I'm sorry, Kenji. I had you all this time, but... It's okay. I know I've been so busy lately. You must have felt so ignored. I'm so sorry. Why are you so kind to me, Kenji? Why? Because without you, I couldn't go on living. Oh, Kenji. That was a close call, huh? I'll say. I was really at the end of my rope. Heh. I mean, we got money out of it. Oh, God. Alright, gotta fight Keihin again. But yeah, one of the... I'm gonna be racking my brain on celebrity ideas now.
Yagami-san.
I just thought of someone! I'll say after I fight this guy. I just thought of someone, though. I know I said to Marvel stars, but this is a different case. Just let me cook for a second. Let me beat this guy up, and then I'll tell you what I'm cooking. And you know I'm serious when I say the phrase, let me cook. Alright, now he's gonna go into his second phase. There we go. Okay, this is what I cooked up. Vincent D'Onofrio. The guy who played Kingpin in the Daredevil Netflix series. Because I just think that he would fit the setting like a glove. He would fit the tone of the more serious crime moments of Like a Dragon like a glove. He would be a good fit, I think. The idea's in my head now. I don't know what... Has Vincent D'Onofrio done voice work before? Vincent D'Onofrio. Okay, Vincent D'Onofrio, what have you done? Okay, he doesn't have that much in terms of voice work. I feel the potential there. I feel it. It's in my head now, and I feel like that could work. I don't know if that's who they go with, though. If they decide to go with a celebrity voice at all. I don't know. It's a cool concept and everything, but you really gotta know how to cast your character right. They did well with picking Danny Trejo. I just don't know if that's gonna be the same case for other celebrities they could end up picking for other games, you know? It's just one of those things you gotta get right in terms of who you pick. Because you're not always going to get lightning in a bottle in terms of how you cast a character. And picking celebrity VAs is always a very tricky situation, especially when a lot of VAs that aren't the larger names tend to get shafted as far as their pay is concerned. Like, for instance, I mentioned Sonic earlier. I learned this recently, that apparently the pay that the guy that's playing Sonic in the Sonic movies, Ben Schwartz, I believe his name is, yeah, he's only getting around $500,000 to play Sonic in the upcoming movie. So, yeah, and for perspective, Jim Carrey is getting something to the tune of like $3 or $5 million, which is kind of awful, you know? Like, you'd think like your main character, the person playing your main character should get some higher billing, but that's an apparent issue that is across all kinds of VA work, because I guess the recognizability of an actor and their physical presence costs, it just means more money as opposed to a voiceover actor who's only really visible when they're at panels as opposed to anything else. So it's dog shit, really. So it's, I don't know, it's just unfortunate because voice actors really do deserve more pay.
What a waste.
They deserve more pay, and they also deserve to, they also deserve all of the money that AI keeps trying to scrub off of them. Because that's also a thing, is that a big old union strike is happening now where a bunch of VAs are trying to essentially, like, one, get better pay, and two, to stop AI companies or companies using AI to make replications of their voice without their consent, or, God forbid, of other people without their consent. So, yeah, it's a whole problem on that front. There. Got him.
Really, guys?
Alright, so we gotta heal up again on this mortal wound thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see how things evolve with that RGG summit. I honestly hope they give us a bit of a more in-depth trailer for the Amazon Prime series, since that is getting pretty close to its release. Like, what, we're already about halfway through September, and that series is meant to come out in October? Like, surely we're gonna be seeing something soon about it. Because I don't even know who's playing the other... Actually... Who's playing who again? Because they only have Kiryu and Nishiki. And granted, they're important because they're the two central characters of Yakuza 1, which this series is based on. But they only have Kiryu and Nishiki... Oh, ad. And the ads are done. But yeah, all I was saying was that so far they've only got Nishiki and Kiryu cast, and we have yet to see who's playing Haruka or Date, Kashiwagi, Sera. No, not Sera. Sera's dead. Kazama, Shimano, Majima. Who else? Majima, Jingu. Yumi, else am I missing? Is there anyone else that's super important? Oh, Yuya and Kazuki! Duh! How could I forget them? Yeah, so it's... like, I guess they're probably waiting to reveal the rest of the cast in this summit next week. That might be what's happening. And it'd be cool to see when that comes around because, you know, I've got reason to look forward to it as a Yakuza fan. As a Like a Dragon and Yakuza fan. Although, again, I imagine this series might be a point of potential, like, mixed feelings amongst the fan base because on one hand, it's cool that this thing we like has gotten so much attention recently, and the other thing is it's getting a series, and video game series adaptations have been going up in terms of quality lately. But it's hard to... what the fuck? What the fuck's going on here? Is that the guy that we...
You kidding me?
Oh, we stole this guy's clothes. Right. Who the fuck do you think you are asking for protection money here? You asshats forget this is Matsugane's turf? I think you mean it was Matsugane turf. Word on the street is your patriarch's dead. For the longest time, Captain Hamura was the man in charge around here. But that's in the past now. We'll be handling this store from here on out, so why don't you go and run along now? Fucking pricks! It's Tashiro-kun. Who's that he's arguing with? Think about it. You're about to get beat to death, maybe halfway if I'm feeling generous. And for what? Loyalty? To a piece of shit like Matsugane? You got some daddy issues, kid. Now beat it before I really get pissed.
This isn't over.
Shut the fuck up! What? I said, shut the fuck up! I swore an oath to the Matsugane family, and I'm always ready to back it up, even with my life. I'm not the kind of bastard who'd abandon his patriarch just because he died. Can you say the same for yourself? Wow, Tashiro-kun, you're more of a man than I thought. You're pathetic, just like that patriarch of yours. You really want to follow in his footsteps? Then I'll send you to meet him in hell. Looks like Tashiro-kun's in trouble. Should I help him out? Yeah, him and his dumb golden tracksuit jacket. Hold up.
Yagami.
Huh? Yagami?
Huh?
Can't you see you're interrupting family business? Besides, it has nothing to do with you.
Nope.
Actually, it has everything to do with me.
Huh?
What? I never swore an oath, but I've always respected Matsugane-san. He was like a father to me. I still owe him a lot, so I can't just let these people insult him like that. What the hell, Yagami? Hey. Sorry to butt in, Tashiro-kun. This is my fight, too. You done spouting off that bullshit? Because these are gonna be your last words.
Not a wise choice.
Let's just go ahead and fight off. Yeah, like, as I was gonna say, part of the appeal with the whole series of Like a Dragon and I guess by extension this game is the side content, that so much of the side quests are so wacky and fun alongside the backdrop of a story that has a lot of fucked up shit happening to people. So I don't know, like I don't know how they, like, unless they maybe do an episode that's just a bunch of stories of Kiryu doing all of the more notable side quests from Kiwami 1. I don't know. That's gonna be, I don't know how they're gonna do it, because it's just gonna end up being a full-on crime drama series. But that's not been the only thing that's appealing about Yakuza. You like that, huh? That'll teach you not to fuck with the Matsugane family. Damn you. Fucking lightning bolt on the back. Hey, you alright, Tashiro-kun?
You kidding me?
Don't ask me that shit! I could have handled those guys on my own. Come on, man. I was just trying to set things straight. Whatever, dude. Don't expect a thank you. Man, Tashiro-kun's really got a stick up his ass. Wonder what happened. You fucking stripped him. You stripped him and impersonated him. The fuck you mean what's up his ass? Yeah, and I don't know, it's really just gonna depend, you know, as far as how the series is gonna go. Like, because I'd be interested to see how well it could do in the story, but I think the last time they did a live-action Yakuza thing based on one of the games, it was that live-action movie that nobody said was good. So, I don't know, it's one of those things. I don't know about FSP. It's just one of those things that I gotta see, I guess. Sure, some Darumas, why not? Gotta buy some stuff from this guy. Because, like, it just sounds like it could be good on paper, but then when you think about what the series means to a lot of people and also what has made the series so popular in the first place, just can't help but think, like, would it work? Would it actually work, though? Hey, aren't you the guy who rescued Tashiro-san the other day? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what about it? Well, I just saw him getting dragged off by those Yakuza from before. It was horrible. Huh? What? You mean they came back for revenge? I think so. Those guys have been propping up everywhere these days, all in an attempt to leech away our profit. Makes you wonder if the Tojo clan's going through a turf war. Yes, it usually is. I really wouldn't know. Maybe there's some kind of rift within the organization. Is that usually a thing that happens? Yes, it's happened for, like, multiple games now. Probably not too often, but given that the Matsugane family recently lost their patriarch and their captains in the hot seat, it seems like their men are left running in the streets. I see. Anyway, do you have any idea where they might have gone? Who knows? I'm sure they couldn't have gone too far, though. Now, where would a Yakuza go to teach someone a lesson? Didn't Tashiro rough up a civilian that one time? Yeah, that was in that shady back lot just off Tenkaichi Street. Bingo! Time is of the essence. Let's go to karaoke. Tenkaichi Street. Yep, there, behind New Serena. Because of course it usually is. Reina! How did I forget Reina? Who would they cast as Reina? Sorry, I'm remembering all the characters now that I've been going through all of this. Ow. Can I pick this up? Can I pick up the hammer? Can Yagami not use the hammer? Please let me pick up. Damn it! The hammer bust. Fuck you guys. Oh god, you know what else I just thought of? What if the entirety of the RGG Summit next week is gonna be about other ports of the Yakuza games to Nintendo Switch? Because remember, the partner showcase ended with Kiwami 1 getting announced for a Switch port, which I was skeptical about it alongside a lot of other people, but the notion came up that apparently, you know, while the Switch is not a powerful console, like, it just isn't, it's not something that can't run a PS3 game. So, like, I understand, I mean, because we gotta remember, Persona 5 can run on Switch, like, just fine. Persona 5 can run on Switch just fine. It can run a lot of other games of that caliber just fine. It's not gonna run it at perfect 60 frames per second or anything, but it's better than what most have made it out to be. So who knows, but yeah, what if they just take the entire time to be like, hey everybody, here's Yakuza 0 on Switch. Although, if there was one Yakuza announcement I know would probably get people excited, and it'd get me excited too, if they decided to go ahead and make Yakuza Kiwami 3, or if they have made it, if they just make that a reality. I'll explain in a moment. Hey. Hey, you guys are done here.
Huh?
You again? Yagami? Nah. You look like shit, Tashiro-kun. What'd they do, beat your clothes up first? This motherfucker. Well, that's fine. Now I can get rid of both of you clowns at once. I wouldn't be so sure. It's not a matter of that. When I make the decision to off someone, then it may as well have already happened. Get ready to die. I'm not... Don't you lecture me with, like, your leopard pattern... Your blue leopard pattern, your blue leopard pattern suit. I also hope that they include some really awful suits in it, because Yakuza also is emblemized by a lot of its really god-awful suits from some of the side characters. Not from Kiryu or Majima, mind you. No, like, far from it. But I'm talking like... some of the side characters, like, who had some awful suits in... You know what? I don't remember. Point is, there have been some bad ones. Hey, you okay, Tashiro-kun?
You kidding me?
Fuck off, man! I said I didn't need your help the first time! Besides, civilians shouldn't be messing around with the Yakuza anyway. Are you even aware what could happen to you? Doesn't matter. Whether I'm Yakuza or not, there's no way I'd abandon a guy like you. Huh? What? Even though Matsugane-san is gone, that doesn't mean I stopped caring about the family. Tashiro-kun, you stood up for more than just yourself back there. That's the kind of thing that makes me proud. Matsugane-san would be too. Who even says that kind of shit? You really are an idiot, man. Hey, I'm being serious. Now, can you get home by yourself, or do you need me to call an ambulance?
This isn't over.
What I need is for you to leave me the fuck alone! Fine, then I'm gone.
Hey.
Hold up. Hmm? Yeah? I owe you one. You don't owe me a thing, man. Just do you. So, the announcement that would probably be really nice and welcome for a lot of people is a Kiwami 3. A Yakuza Kiwami 3. For one, it would give a new lease on life towards Yakuza 3, which is an entry that, while it has its fans and has a lot of good stuff in it, is not necessarily an entry that is beloved throughout the fan base, more so because of its combat not being the best. And... what? Why is the one I can afford? Oh. Oh, yes. So, yeah, that's one I know for certain is going to be something that'd be nice, is people getting to experience the story of 3 without having to deal with potentially updated gameplay more than anything. And while the current HD port of Yakuza 3 isn't bad, it's just, the problem is the gameplay is really stiff, and there could also be some things regarding the translations that could be updated too, so... Yeah, that also would bring up the question if whether or not they do a Kiwami 4 and 5. My guess is no. And I wouldn't want that, because Yakuza's 4 and 5 have the same kind of combat and engine style as Yakuza 0, and that also means they have a lot of those interesting heat moves across different weapons and stuff. And I've mentioned this before, but the Dragon Engine games like this one, 6, Kiwami 2, yeah, 6, Kiwami 2, and this, and probably Judgment, and probably Lost Judgment as well, all have heat moves that are very similar to each other, and tend to have a lot of the heat moves for certain weapons under an umbrella. And I don't like that. Like, there's not as many cool, unique heat moves, and the super funny ones are very, very, very situational here. So, oh, and like a Dragon Gaiden. So, I don't want a Kiwami 4 and 5, because I don't want those unique heat moves to be buried under another Dragon Engine game. I would be fine with a Kiwami 3 because that game's combat does need a revamp. As I said, so many of the fun heat moves, like the bowling one, some stuff around the staffs. I miss having weapons I could equip, you know? Like, that's the kind of thing I miss. So, we'll see. We'll see. But a Kiwami 3, I wouldn't say no to. In fact, I may even stream that, because while I did stream Yakuza 3, it was one of my first sort of VOD series that I ever posted on YouTube alongside Chris Tales. Those VODs are sadly chopped up and awful because of the copyright system in RGG basically butchering a lot of the cutscenes out when I was trying to edit them down, to the extent where the whole final battle of Yakuza 3 in my playthrough is just not on the video of the finale at all. So if Kiwami 3 gets announced, I may just completely like unlist those Yakuza 3 VODs and just do Kiwami 3 that way, if that was a thing, because I want to give that game a proper stream series due, you know? So that's what I think. That's kind of the deal right now. So we'll see when the summit happens. It's next week. I dropped the thing. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, Yagami-san, welcome to the Beef Zone. Thanks. Has business been getting any better? Well, we did flesh out our dessert menu, and now we're rolling in sugar addicts, which is good for business. Is that right? That puts my mind at ease. But that's still not enough. At this rate, Conrad's gonna swallow us whole. Hey! Can you think of any other ideas? Dropping prices. Isn't the whole appeal of a chain is that there's a bunch of them and the prices are low? Why not drop the prices a little? Conrad's been pricey as it is, so a price drop at your end should be able to help display stand out. It'll be the other option. Wow, you really know your stuff. Okay. Alright. I don't know, it's just, you suggest a local place to drop their prices that may not be... I don't know. Anywho, let's... Do we need to heal up? Yeah. Let's heal up, and then we can check in on... We'll check in on Tender and the office again, and then we can go for...
Back to it.
The story. Yeah, it's just... We'll see what happens as far as more things with the Like a Dragon series. It's just, right now, it seems like Sega's putting a lot of their eggs in the Like a Dragon and Sonic basket, as it were, because I can't really think of many other franchises that they're really putting a whole lot of money forward on right now. Maybe that Metaphor ReFantazio game, but that's Atlas. Sega publishes that, so it's weird. Like I can't even think of off the top of my head what else Sega could really put forward for any kind of major releases. Because, as I said, when Infinite Wealth came out, that game has a scope that I have not really seen before in the entire series, where you had 3 whole cities to go through. Well, 2 of them had pretty much every minigame under the sun. And it just had so many characters and stuff to it. It's like, how do they top that for one? And two, like, is there anything else they could do in between those games? Because if you just keep publishing larger game after larger game, what if one of those games doesn't make the returns you want, you know? That's usually the big fear for a lot of people with larger dev teams, is if you can't... I guess Saori's probably got to be involved in the story, so she's not here. Like, if you're going to keep having these larger and larger dev teams with longer and longer game development cycles, if those don't make any returns, that could be disastrous. So, that's why I'm kind of hoping that if they do have other games in the works that they... Or if they are working on Yakuza, or Like a Dragon 9, they should put some other stuff out before that, so that they aren't putting all their eggs in one basket. It's just the problem is, I don't know what other games they could be putting out for major releases, or even just smaller releases that could help them stay afloat on sales. I'm gonna drink some water while I ruminate on that, because I don't have the most amount of knowledge when it comes to Sega franchises. There's Phantasy Star, but I don't really, like, nobody really talks about that. Alright, what were some franchises? Blood Show. Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh. Okay, I just remembered that they did do that collection stuff with that had a new Jet Set Radio be confirmed, so that's something. But I just remembered that Echo the Dolphin is a Sega franchise. How fucking funny would it be, like, to tide over Sega fans between releases of Like a Dragon entries and Sonic, that we get an Echo the Dolphin game? How bizarre would that be? I think that would be one of the biggest power moves. Well, not power move. It'd be one of the biggest callbacks of anything ever. And for those that don't know what, oh, hello. Oh, the publishing guys. Good day, Yagami-san. It's Kawada from Cloudy Skies Publishing. Thank you for the other day. I'm so sorry to keep asking you this, but I have another request for you, Yagami-san. I'll be waiting at Cafe Mijore on Nakamichi Street as usual. Could you please come when you have the time? Thank you. Oh, that's a lot of yen. I could get that martial arts books with the tags. Might do that, actually. Echo the Dolphin is a kind of platformer from the Sega Genesis era, where you played as a dolphin trying to free his dolphin family from alien captivity. Like, literally, you try to save your dolphin family from aliens. I'm not familiar with the older Genesis entries. I'm kind of familiar with the entry on the PS2, where it was all 3D, and I remember my dad helping me guide through it, helping me try to guide through it, but I have no inkling as to what the story was of that at all, because I was very, very young when I had that game. So, yeah, a new Echo the Dolphin game would really... I feel like that would befuddle a lot of people in the same way that Bubsy got a new game. Hello, Kawada-san. How are you? Oh, fine, thank you. Thank you so much for all your help lately. Not at all. How are your books selling? 2 books at the same time from a famous author must have made waves, right? Yeah. Well, actually, we still haven't published them. Huh? What? You don't mean... I'm afraid so. This is a trilogy we're dealing with. Seriously? He did say something about a next time when I solved his last problem. Did he? He's a crafty devil. But I've read the second novel cover to cover, and there's so many loose ends. There's no way to solve the mystery, which is why I think a third and final book will be the key. But I could never publish it as an incomplete trilogy. So let me guess what we have to do. You got it. Another problem event. We need this to complete the set, Yagami-san. Okay, but couldn't you start with the first two? I thought your company was in danger of going under. You're not seeing the big picture, Yagami-san. If we published an incomplete trilogy, readers would be furious. This trilogy has to be published together or the whole mystery loses its integrity. Huh. You're actually putting the quality of the quality of the experience over the sales numbers. Well, I can't say this isn't stretching us thinner than I'd ever imagined. But I love books too much to gamble on publishing something that would tarnish the story. I see. And I can appreciate that. Listen, I'll pay you even more than last time. How about 380,000 yen? Fine, but I'm only taking it if I can pull this off again somehow. That's okay. I have faith in you, Yagami-san. Shall we then? Are you ready? Let's do it. All right, let's go. Let's go then. So last time it was based on number multiplication to solve the problem. So I wonder what this one will be. Great! I think we've got the third book in the bag. But part of this is we. Thank you all for attending, everyone. I think we all know the drill by now, yes? However, before we begin, Katagiri-sensei has a few words. Please, sensei. First, let me extend my most heartfelt thanks that you would all come out for a third time. Believe me when I say I have never felt so creatively energized, and I have completed a third book. But it's important to me that I keep playing the playing field level, and so I've devised another problem. I believe this novel could very well be my magnum opus, and I can't wait for you all to read it. I'm starting to wonder which one he likes better, writing books or problems. As usual, he who solves the problem wins the publishing rights. I look forward to your efforts, everyone. Thank you. His best work ever, huh? I bet he's come up with a near impossible problem. We're ready to announce the problem, but in case you've forgotten the rules, here they are real quick. The problem will result in an answer that opens the safe on this stage. Inside the safe is the sensei's master script. If you have a solution ready, just come up and try your luck on the safe. If it opens, you've earned the right to Katagiri-sensei's newest novel. With that, are you ready? Here's the problem. What does it even mean? I'm so confused. Okay. So it's just... Okay, so we've got something different here. 0 minus 3 equals 9. 9 minus 5 equals 4. 2 plus 6 equals 8. 11 plus 1 is 0. Yeah, this is a mathematician situation. I have no... Equals 9. Okay, let's think about this. 6 and 2 and 9 is not 6 plus 2 and 9 minus 5. It's just what you'd think. But if 1 plus 11 becomes 0, that means the rules changed at 12. What's something that goes from 1 to 12? A clock. Oh, it's a time thing. Okay, so maybe it's a time signature thing. So I guess... So, first number's gotta be 8. And then... But what's the rest then? So, 7 minus 10. 7 minus 10 to that, so 8, 3? Yeah, it's gotta be... Yeah, it's a time signature thing. Yeah, so 8, 3, and then 3 plus 11, so that 8, 3, 2, and then 8, 3, 2... So 12 to 7. 8, 3, 2, 5? Ah. Genius detective. Alright, let's try it. If that's not it, I'm looking it up because these math things make my brain go, It was a hard one, but I think I figured it out. Eight, 3, 2, 5. No? Hold on. Maybe I didn't think it through right. I think it's a clock-based thing, because 1 plus... Because if we're talking military time... If we're talking military time, then yeah, like 1 plus 11 on that is 0, because midnight on a military clock is 0, 0, 0, 0. So 8... So 8, then 10, or no, maybe 7 minus 10. So 7 minus 10, 6, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. 11, 10, 9. So 8, 9, if I'm going backwards, because it's a minus. So 8, 9, and then that still goes to 2, and then 0 to... So 8, 9, 2, then midnight minus 7, which would still be 5. 8, 9, 2, 5. Let's try that. Eight, 9, 2, 5. Yep, sure enough, that was it. Hey, it opened. Wow! Yagami-san and Cloudy Skies Publishing have solved the riddle yet again. Yeah, so it was clock-based. This problem is represented by a clock, of course. If you add 3 hours to 5, it becomes 8. If you add 3 hours to 5, it becomes 8. But if you subtract 10 hours from 7, it becomes 9. And if you add 11 hours to 3, you've got 2. Finally, subtract the 7 hours from midnight, you get 5. This makes the answer 8925. It seems I just can't stump you, Yagami-san. I'm sure you'd eventually get me. Cloudy Skies Publishing has won the rights to my 3rd book, and yet I have to ask, why haven't you published the 2 you had already? Because I believe these books constitute a trilogy, Katagiri-sensei. Oh, Kawada-san. I could tell when I read them. Parts 1 and 2 seem too incomplete to exist on their own. I suspect that the mystery is only solved once you've read the 3rd and final part. So I could never bring myself to publish an unsolved mystery. Wonderful. I'm so glad you caught on. Huh? I've actually been thinking about hanging up the proverbial pen and retiring. I felt rather galled by this industry. Galled, Sensei? Ever since I became a best-selling author, the industry has put my name on a pedestal. They didn't care what I wrote. I could write garbage and they would take it as long as it said Takumi Katagiri. The first reader is the editor, wouldn't you say? But they weren't even reading my content. That's what led me to resort to measures like this. First, I wanted to test what would measure a publisher's ability to truly comprehend mystery novels. But the true test was exactly as you've discovered. I hid the fact that it was a trilogy. So, if we'd gone ahead and published the 1st or 2nd books, I would have revoked the rights, hidden away the third book, and retired from the public eye. Thankfully, none of that came to pass. Cloudy Skies Publishing has passed with flying colors. You are exactly who I want to work with for the rest of my days. I will sign exclusive publishing rights to you. Huh? Exclusive? You mean that? Yes, I do. I'm so honored. Aw. Cool. Thank you so much, Yagami-san. I think our company is completely safe now. It's your own doing, you know. You have a real editor's eye. I'm still in shock, to be frank. Well, I'm sure you and the author are going to get along great. Yes, I hope so. Here's your payment. Thank you again. No, thank you. Keep an eye on the bookshelves, Yagami-san. Next time we meet, I promise to have good news. Looking forward to it. Great, I'll be seeing you then. I haven't curled up with a good book in a long time. I had to do that. So I got a total of one side mission. I'm guessing the last of them all will be available after the final chapter has come up. All right, so first things first. Since I have 500,000 yen, I'm gonna go to that building that has the martial arts book I want and buy up all the tokens to get it, because I don't want to gamble. Gambling's been pretty bad to me in this series. Actually, let's go the opposite way. Alright, it was here. Closer to there. Actually, we could also do... no, I don't want to spend money on try and hit me unless I get that book. Yeah, the notion of that series potentially doing, like, the notion of that series series' existence is going to be really interesting, since, you know, again, it's like adapting any kind of game that's open world and has as much side content in it as a Yakuza game is concerned. That's going to be a tough thing to pull off. I mean, that's a tough thing to pull off for a lot of games. In particular, RPGs, I say, are the hardest, really, to do, because so much of the side content in a JRPG can tend to be its best. So when you're making a series around it, it's like, how much time do you dedicate to the side stuff, you know? Alright, bye, chips. Alright, how much was it again? It was like 5,000? Oh. There. Fucking finally. I have too many chips now. Ooh, I could get that and sell it. We'll try for the painting. Why not? Blackjack. That's 17. I am not getting any higher.
I'll stand.
Choke. Choke.
Fuck! You got me.
We'll try, but I'm not gonna expect anything.
Hit me. I'll stand.
Right. Hey.
どうされますか？ベッドをお願いします。では始めましょう。
Yeah.
I'll stand.
I'm standing. I'm standing there.
引き分けですね。どうされますか？ベッドをお願いします。お手柔らかに。
I don't have an item to use. Oh, that's a 19. I'm good. Unless somehow the dealer gets a 21.
I'll stand.
Or a 20. God forbid. Motherfucker!
どうされますか？ベッドをお願いします。
Damn it!
では始めましょう。
I'll stand.
God, am I gonna be stuck in this loop now?
やりました。
Right.
Damn it! Don't! I can't be in this
ど
loop.
うされますか？ベッドをお願いします。お手柔らかに。
Take insurance? No.
Oh, you got me.
どうされますか？ベッドをお願いします。では始めましょう。
Please. I'm begging you, game.
I'll double down.
Yeah, alright, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah. That's been my failing. Like, if it's... My policy when it comes to blackjack in these games is if the number that I'm supposed to count... If I'm counting up to 21 and I maybe, like, starting number is lower than 13, I don't say... I don't take it. Because that would just be bad form. Like, because I've just had historically awful luck with that shit. Oh, Tashiro's here. He's helping me, yay! Ow, 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 bitch. This, you know what? This is the only time a NPC friend has actually helped me in combat, I think.
Pretty good.
Hey, look at him, he did it. Nice.
What a waste.
Fuck yeah. Alright, so sure enough, friend helping me in the city turned out to actually be helpful. How much have I got now? 29,000. Do I have anything else? Regard. Yes! Please! Oh my god, I need that so badly. Holy shit. Alright, so after we try Mr. Try and Hit Me, we're gonna go for the story to go for a little longer. Ooh. Ha! I thought I might see you around 5,000 yen. Sure.
Yeah. Out of the way. Let's finish this.
What are his iframes? Hello? What? Huh. I could have sworn that running move should have gotten him. Huh. Really?
You don't give up, do you?
I'm just seeing what the strat is. Traffic cone to him with an EX move. Drunken EX action, huh? So one method people have put forward, as far as I see, is we get drunk and we fight him then. So, I guess that's the deal, huh? I know how we can get drunk. Actually, wait, I don't think... This doesn't get me drunk, does it? You know, just seeing that face of yours makes me depressed. You ought to buy me a drink regardless of who wins. Nah. You can't just decide that on your own. As always, whoever gets too sauced gets slapped with today's bill. What do you say?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I have time for a few drinks. Now you're talking. Let's get our drink on. Woo, that's refreshing. I really needed that. Did you feel anything? Now you're right, because we're just getting started. You still good? Of course you are. Keep them coming then. That's funny. I actually feel less drunk than when I started. How about you, Yagami? You're looking pretty red. Oh, okay, no, I do get drunk. Still going, huh? Why don't we order some more? You still keep drinking? Oh, I still can't believe I got out drinking. Out drunk? Whatever, I can't believe I lost to you again. Good thing the loser doesn't literally get slapped with the bill. You know, because that might hurt. Yagami, my man, it pains me to admit it, but you're the first person to ever drink me under the table. As a testament to your strength, consider me your new ally. Huh? Come again? I hear a lot of rumors while I sit here drinking my ass off, you know. Are you being targeted by the Keihin gang? Well, I can't just sit here while a bunch of lowlife pucks are messing with my ally. From now on, I'm gonna step in and help. Oh, I guess that's cool. Thanks. Then I'll see you on the battlefield. Gonna be like a battlefield! A battlefield! Huh, I'm a bard of the battlefield. This guy just keeps on boozing. What a strange ally I've gained. If he can lessen the amount of times that one of those, that the Keihin guys come up, that would be wonderful. Alright, so... we're at drunken level 8, so... I think this'll do it. It's like after 6, I think, when you start to get the drunk EX moves.
Yeah.
Alright.
Guess we're doing this.
Sure enough, that was what did it.
Stronger I get.
Holy shit! I can't believe you beat me twice! But deal's a deal. Take the money. That's way more than I gave you, but whatever. I must say, you are quite something. Take it from someone who is always running into one knucklehead after another. I still have yet to see a guy who can dodge like you. Heh, what can I say? The previous Mr. Try and Hit Me taught me well. He was like a god among men. His feet could move mountains if they wanted to. Tell me, what can a man do to push himself past his limits? The only thing I can say is practice. Not just dodging, though. You mean I need to practice throwing punches, too? Yeah. Wouldn't it be easier to predict your enemy's movements if you knew how they would react? Or how they would attack? Word. So what you're saying is, I need to get in fights more often. I can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna bust some heads. Yeah, I don't think so. Randomly picking fights with people is exactly what I don't want to see you doing. I guess you're right. But then what should I do? Why don't you try to be my backup? There are plenty of punks in town who seem to have it out for me, so I could use the help. You want me to help you? You want me to help you throw down? I can dig that. Good, because dealing with the Kahin gang on my own is getting to be a headache. No worries, man, I got you. If I see anyone trying to step on you, I'll swoop down on them with the quickness. Come on, get up. Come on, get down with the quickness. Word of caution, though, these are real gangsters we're talking about here. They might even pull out some weapons. No worries. Knives and bats are nothing compared to your terrifying fists of fury. They can try all they want, but people don't call me Mr. Try and Hit Me for nothing. Let's see what they got. All right. And that's done. Turns out the whole solution was just to get really drunk and then do the EX action. So it really just seems like that there was no way to hit him with any kind of direct attack. You're not Majima. Why do you have Majima's fighting style? Dewa. Alright, back to the detective agency. What? Oh, right, massage. Actually, wait. Let's get some food. Hambagu steak. Ooh. Or Hamburg. Yes. All right. Let's get Saori to do the thing, huh? Oh wait, hold on. Since it's daytime, maybe there's more missions. Might as well check. Yes! Please find my son again. Oh, it's Ohata. Thank you for the other day. It happened again. And I'd like to leave it in your hands. I'll be waiting at Cafe Michori in Nakamichi. I know exactly what that one is. There's a guy whose kid is really into hide and seek, and his kid's a little too good at it. Last time we did this mission, we found him sitting on a external air conditioner unit on the side of a building. So what do we got this time? Ah, dang it. God. I've had some quotes from Dracula Flow 5 stuck in my head. And you know, I learned apparently that Dracula Flow 5 is meant to be the last one, which is understandable for a couple reasons. One, because like that final video was 20 minutes of Dracula flow, which is a lot of Dracula flow to sit on at once. Like it genuinely is. And two, I think
What a waste.
I think the joke of I think the time of Dracula flow has finished. You know, the meme was everywhere for a while, but I think now it's run its course. Hey, photojournalist job. I need a photographer I can trust, and Yagami-san, you're the man. This one's kind of big, so I can save the details for later. Meet me at Beef Zone tonight, if you could. All right, at night. Yes. Get rid of this for me. This could work in extract. Tiger drop. Nullifies all damage. Yeah, the fifth Dracula Flow video really does feel emblematic of it being the end of it all. Because I don't know how much goes into making one of those, but 20 minutes, as I said, is a very long time to sit in on just constant barrages of jokes like that. And there are some genuine golden lines in there. Oh shit, ad. And we're back. Sorry about that. Ads kind of snuck up on me. All right. Let's help this guy out again.
Yagami-san.
Ah, Yagami-san. Sorry to drag you out again. No. Not at all. What can I do for you today? I'd like you to find Ayumu again. Hide and seek again? I have some important deadlines to hit at work, and I can't play with him right now. I'll pay you more than last time. 100,000 yen. Hey, I don't mind doing the job, but Oh, thank you very much. No, but Ayumu doesn't seem to be having fun with this. Something's off. He was pretty disheartened last time when I told him you couldn't come. Oh, he's just shy. He really clams up around people he doesn't know. I see. I better get to work, though. I'll forward you the picture Ayumu sent me again. I don't want to judge a single dad, but I feel bad for Ayumu-kun if this is how it always is. Yeah. Dad's working because he has to provide for, Dad's working because Alright, I know where that is. Yeah, Dad's having to work a whole lot to provide for his kid, but his kid really wants to spend time with him, so he's doing all of this dangerous stuff to try and get his dad's attention. The work, it's just the thing is that I hear a lot about how awful, well, about how really rough the workplace in Japan can be. I mean, they have a term for death by overworking because people have died from overworking in Japan frequently enough. So, yeah, it's ow, you fucker! Anyway, yeah, it's a whole thing. Corporate culture in Japan is genuinely its own beast, to the extent where I think they even have their own vocabulary for Japanese, for business specifically. So yeah, that's something that, like, I feel for that family, really, the single father and his kid. Because, like, it's not easy to be it likely isn't easy to be a single father and be working a full-time job and having to take care of your kid. I mean, trying to have a family in any capacity is really hard. I mean, that's something that I know is a consensus for a lot of people because, you know, some have chosen, a lot of people have been choosing to not really have kids at all because of a lot of reasons. But one of the reasons is that it is a major commitment, having a family, and not to mention it also being very expensive. So, yeah, it's having a kid is not something that that is not a decision one makes lightly, or having a family in any capacity. Sorry, my nose has been bugging the shit out of me recently. Is there not someone down here? Oh, I know where they are.
Yagami-san.
Oh, this guy. Oh, this walking, talking shart.
Not bad.
Tiger drop. Ooh, this music.
Prepare to die.
Oh, finally, something different. Please, tell me there's a cool heat move attached to this. Okay. Ow, fucker. Tiger drop.
And stay down.
Tiger drop. I should use the medkit again. I'll probably have to buy more of those.
Guess we're doing this.
But yeah, it's we'll have to see how this quest line plays out.
What a waste.
What a waste. So I have to bring out the drone again. There we go. Oh. Wait. I can't go up any further. Oh. If Ayumu's picture is right, he should be hiding somewhere around here. So I'll look around. There he is. I don't know where the cat is. Oh.
Suspicious.
Oh, look, the cat.
Hey, huh?
There he is. He's in a dangerous spot again. Better talk him down. Ayumu-kun, I've been looking for you, and that's dangerous, so why don't you come down? You? You came again? Yeah, buddy, your dad's really busy at work, so I came to find you again. Dad isn't coming again? Hey, we'll talk after you come down. Okay. So Dad's working again, huh? Yeah, he said he's really swamped. Okay. Hey, Ayumu-kun? What? Why do you always hide in places like that? It's dangerous and you could really get hurt. Because it's dangerous.
Huh?
Huh? Forget it. I'm going home. Poor kid. Is he hiding in such dangerous places to get his dad's attention? Oh, at least the job's done. I'll get in touch with Ohata-san.
Hello?
Hello? This is Yagami. Yagami-san, I trust that you found Ayumu? Yeah, I did. Fantastic, thank you. I'll send you the money digitally again.
Excuse me.
Ohata-san, about your son. Sorry. Late for a meeting. Thank you so much, though. Just a sec. He hung up. He's too preoccupied to ask about his son. I wonder if he even pays attention to him when they're together. That poor kid. Money. Alright, so we got Keihin to fight. And, yeah. So, over here... Good God.
Out of the way!
The one fun thing about the Dragon Engine is that they let you do crazy shit like that. There we go. They do
Really, guys?
The helpers do speed up the combat, which is nice. It's just, you know, again, the Keihin stuff just ends up taking up so much of the, and it ends up being very invasive because of how often it ends up coming up.
Yagami-san.
All right. There we go.
Hardly felt that.
Okay, so I have to have an EX bar available for that. I love that the Tiger Trot does make him fly.
You're fucking done!
Oh god. Well, I'm down. Yeah, that does way. Yeah, he's hitting me for way more. He's hitting me for way more damage than before. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Genda. I don't feel like going through more Keihin stuff. All right.
Oh, Yagami-san.
Sorry, son.
Yes?
I have another favor I want to ask you.
Oh?
Think you can handle it?
Oh, I'm controlling her.
Tell me what it is.
You sure?
Yes.
All right, then. We need you to set a honey trap for Kido.
A what?
It's when you seduce a man to get information.
And you're sure you want me?
How could you ask her to do that?
You can't be serious.
Look, we need to get to Kido somehow. This is the best shot we have of luring him into Kamurocho.
Don't be ridiculous. Asking her to be a hostess is one thing, but you can't make her sleep with that creep.
Hold on there, Hoshino-kun.
Isn't that what a honey trap is?
I never said that.
You don't have to listen to them, Saori-san. I mean, just talking about this is practically entrapment.
Not to be rude, but I asked Saori-san, not you. Why do you care so much anyway?
Because I care about her.
Oh?
You... what?
No, I mean, I have a lot of respect for her as a coworker.
Well, that's enough of that. Yagami, you sure there'll be no risk to Saori-kun?
Absolutely. I have a plan.
Which is what exactly?
I'll tell you once we get there. First, I need to know if you're in.
If I can help him expose the truth, then...
It's what the investigation calls for.
Saori-san.
I want to avenge Shinitani-sensei's death too.
Thank you.
All right. Then we don't have time to lose.
We? Since when was it we?
If this is really what Saori-san wants, I'll do everything in my power to help her.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we'll need another makeover, right? I'll go this time. Mind if we use the same salon?
Sure, but I was thinking she'd be a journalist this time, not a hostess.
A journalist? Really?
Think about it. Your mark is inside the ADDC, right? You'll be able to get him alone much more naturally if you go in asking for an interview.
Uh-huh.
And you'll need to dress the part. I'm talking high skirts and low cuts. That'll bring out the worst in any old lech.
Now we're talking. I'll take that over a hostess any day.
Okay. I have some things I need to take care of. Can you head to the ADDC once you're done with your makeup, Saori-san? We'll meet there.
Okay.
See you soon.
We should be going too, Saori-san. Let's get you that makeover.
Right.
Do I do the... Do I have to do the dress up again, or does this
Here
do
we
it
are,
for me?
Saori-san. Hair Salon Cherry. I'm honestly a little nervous.
Why is he nervous?
Didn't I already do this when I was a hostess?
Sure, but everything's different this time. Saori-san the journalist. An intellectual beauty. classy, worldly. Oh, what guy wouldn't fall for that?
Don't give me that look.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to stare. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be stunning no matter how much makeup you wear.
And if I disappoint you?
Well, that's just not possible.
I hope you're right.
Oh, he's got a little crush. Oh my god, I'm doing it again. Okay, so I'll have to pick the suit at some point. I don't like that shirt. I hate it. That's very Yakuza 0. Let's go with this one. Yeah, keep it natural there. Let's go with those brows, same color. Lashes. Let's go with that. Keep it natural. Eyeshadow. This looks like you're going to an Evanescence concert. Let's go with this one. What's that one again? Okay, that's eyeshadow. Yeah, that works. And then contact color. No, it looks weird. Unless you're gonna cosplay. Cheeks. Let's go. Let's go with that. And then lipstick. Kind of a. Let's go a lighter red. Yeah, that works. I think that works. I don't know. I'm not a makeover person. I just find it funny that they let me do this again. Now I wonder like how this looks if you completely just destroy the look, like give her pink eyebrows or
Saori-san. Just incredible. That off-limits allure, that mature aura.
Are you going to stop soon?
Sorry. I got a little excited.
Well, I'm ready to go. I can take it from here.
So
okay, so I can't
too.
choose the outfit.
No. Sorry. I'll stop now.
Well?
Saori-san. Don't push yourself, okay? If things get dangerous, just run.
I'm glad you care, but don't panic. I've got this.
Yagami-san said I'll be safe, though.
Well, yeah, your life might not be in danger, but what if Kido tries to, you know, cop a feel or something?
If that's what needs to happen, that's what will happen.
What? But...
I should be going.
Saori-san.
By the way, Hoshino-kun.
Yeah?
Thank you for complimenting my makeup. It felt... nice.
What?
Hey everybody, it's Will. Just wanted to provide a quick heads up about an upcoming segment in this Judgment VOD where the honeypot scheme goes underway and depicts sexual harassment. And if you are triggered by that, or if you wish to avoid it in any way, which I would totally understand, please skip to this section up above with the timestamp. And otherwise, if you don't want to encounter it at all, you can click off the video if you wish. So, just wanted to provide this heads up ahead of time because it is a very sensitive thing and I wanted to give you all warning ahead of time. So, with that said, I'll be continuing the VOD now. So we're going to have a whole sequence, and I'm going to guess...
Sorry,
oh.
Take this with you. It's a hidden camera.
A what?
I'm supposed to work... I suppose for this to work, we'll need physical proof.
This is the lens. Any footage it takes will get sent to my phone in real time. Here, Wear this earpiece too.
Wouldn't they have cameras
I'll give you
outside the
some
facility to see if
conversation pointers
Yagami's
while you're
here?
Oh?
Yeah. This time you'll need to be seductive with the words you say, not just your looks. So...
You're going to give me tips, Yagami-san? I'd appreciate that.
Wait, really?
Of course. Knowing how to woo a man isn't exactly my specialty. Also, what happens after I seduce him?
Once Kido starts coming onto you, we'll catch it all on the camera.
Meaning there will be evidence of his sexual harassment.
Yeah. Your job will be done at that point. All we'll need to do after that is use the footage to lure him to Kamurocho.
Blackmailing, hmm?
Secretly recording sexual harassment and blackmail with him? This is a rush.
Think you can handle it?
Don't worry. The more perverted things Kido does, the more he'll suffer later.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd rather keep his hands off of me as much as possible, though. That'll be on you and your direction, Yagami-san.
Right. Anyway, you should head in.
They should have some kind of cameras outside, and then they'd be like, oh, it's Yagami, don't let him in. Or don't let him near.
Can you hear me, Sari-san? First, you're gonna want to go to the reception desk. Ask the lady there if you can interview Kido. Just make something up about wanting more details on 89.
Sounds good.
Welcome, ma'am.
I would choose a different outfit, honestly.
No. I was wondering if Director
Just the
Kido would
shirt,
be
just a
available
different
for an
shirt, like a different kind of button-up or
And
something. I don't
you
like the
are?
frills.
A freelance journalist by the name of Shirosaki. I wanted to speak with him about 89.
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. I can't let you in without an appointment.
Oh, I see. In that case,
Don't be afraid to press the issue, Sari-san.
Director Kido is a very busy man. I'm sure you understand.
It won't take long, I assure you. And I can wait if need be.
Even so,
Please, can I at least see Kido-san and ask him myself?
I'm sorry, ma'am. We decline all requests without a prior appointment.
Oh, I think I could make an exception for such a pretty girl.
Huh?
I figured this is what would happen.
I'm Kido, the director of this center. I hear you want to interview me.
So, this is Kido.
Yes. My name is Shirosaki.
Shirosaki-san, hmm? Come, I'll show you to my office. A beautiful woman like yourself deserves VIP treatment.
Are you sure, sir? Thank you very much.
Ugh. Kido-san.
So he's not even trying to hide it. Not that I'm complaining.
Wow. He really isn't hiding it in any capacity. What a shart.
Please, come in.
Wow. This is your office? It's breathtaking. I love how spacious it is.
It's basically the size of a one-bedroom apartment.
No need to flatter me, though I do get quite a few compliments. Please, take a seat.
Sari-san, put the camera on the table.
You really must excuse me. I should have made an appointment instead of just showing up on your doorstep.
Move it a little to the right, about 15 degrees. Perfect.
Would you care for a drink, Shirosaki-san? Maybe a glass of brandy? There's one I found recently that's truly top shelf.
I feel like it has to be that, right? Yep, thought
well,
so.
Sure. I'll have some. It's a special occasion after all.
Here you are. I think I'm going to enjoy this interview.
Good job, Sari-san. Keep it up.
To a wonderful interview.
Yes, to the interview.
Watch the brandy be like, I don't know, something super cheap.
It's incredible.
Really warms you up. Deep.
I don't know, I've only had like 2 brandies before, which was Kvass and another one that was more apple-like.
Undo another button, Sari-san.
Huh?
Is something the matter?
Oh, no, it's just getting a little toasty in here.
Jesus Christ.
Well, yes, I am feeling warmer.
Good going. He's taking the bait.
Now then, what is this interview about?
How's 89 progressing?
I'd like to hear how 89 is progressing.
Oh, that. I should have known.
Is something wrong?
No. It's all right. It's only everyone who interviews me always asks the same thing. I'm just going to tell you the same thing I tell everyone else.
Oh, but...
It comes with the job, yes, but I'm sick of parroting the same thing over and over again.
Kiddo's losing interest. What are you gonna do?
What do you mean, what are you gonna do? My heart's racing over here.
Your heart, you say? Let me see. Your heartbeat seems normal to me.
What a fucking asshole.
Ugh, he's even more disgusting than I thought. You okay, Sari-san?
A little surprised, but yes, I'm okay. Thank you.
Oh, there's no need to thank me.
Oh god, sorry about all this, Sari-san. You're doing great though.
This is uncomfortable.
Now then, where were we?
You should get this over with as quick as possible. Make your move, Sari-san.
In that case...
Cross your legs, I guess.
I think you're taking this a little too far, Sari-san.
I thought men liked this kind of thing.
Oh yes, I love it. I love it.
Well, whatever floats his boat, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
How's this?
Just wonderful. I think that's enough photos for now.
Alright, Sari-san, you're good. Wrap it up.
How did they turn out?
Oh, do you want to...
No, fuck him.
You're right
Fuck
in the
this
frame.
guy.
This is a perfect backup. Stay strong, Sari-san.
No, this isn't right. Easy for him to say. This is so gross. Ugh.
You've made me a very happy man.
Fucking
today.
asshole.
We have some real fun now that the interview's out of the way. My little minx.
Please stop with the camera.
How about dinner tonight?
Oh!
That's perfect. Draw him out.
Okay, let's do it in Kamurocho.
Kamurocho? How about somewhere else? I'd rather stay close by.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. That was uncomfortable.
How so?
You'll see.
Part of the plan, but, like, Jesus, that was not... Ugh.
You've made me a very happy man today. Why don't we have some real fun now that the interview's out of the way, my little minx?
Is it just me? Or did Sari-san start getting weirdly into that whole thing at some point?
No.
Yeah,
Kaito.
she was, it's kind of scaring me towards the end.
Kaito.
Anyway, you think Kiddo's actually gonna show?
He'd be a fool not to. I just sent him the footage under Sari-san's name. Said we'd put it online if he didn't show.
Guess he doesn't have a choice then. Where'd you tell him to go?
The batting center. Sugiura and Higashi went ahead to keep an eye on the place.
What's gotten into you, man? I don't know if I've ever seen you this organized.
I can't afford to take my time with this. Okubo-kun's execution date is coming up fast.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make a record. I'll put a warning at the start of the stream on the YouTube version of this to
Let's hit it.
really, you know, warn y'all about that, because holy shit, that was uncomfortable. That was not ugh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that felt wrong. Okay. There was a side mission that was at night, right? Oh wait, but Kaito's with me, right? Is Kaito with me? No, he's not. Then what was the mission? Side case. Partners. Oh, that's a done. Wait. That was done. Why doesn't it? Oh. Really? No. Unable to progress. Okay. Well, I guess I'm probably not getting all of the side missions then. Oh, it's because Kaito's with me. Oh, that's... So Kaito is with me. I didn't see his marker on the screen. But yeah, I'll make a recording about the... about that whole section. I'll get a timestamp or something to put up. Because, my god, that was uncomfortable for me to watch. Like, full stop. It was not... That was nuts. Ugh. It was gross.
And stay down.
Okay. So we'll continue with the plot. We'll go, and I think maybe after this next plot segment is where we'll probably stop, because we're at the 3-hour mark or so.
It's Sugiura. Hey, what's up?
Bringing the van around. You see me?
Hmm?
There he is. Keep up, huh?
Welcome aboard.
Where's Higashi?
Already inside. I haven't noticed anything weird out here. Kido should be showing up any minute.
And what happens when he does?
We'll shove him in the van and drag him over to Charles.
What? Higashi's arcade?
It's not like we had a lot of time to think about it. We'll interrogate him once we get there. Right, Yagami-san?
Yep. And speak of the devil.
Surprised he actually showed.
All right, let's move out.
All right, in we go.
What are you doing here?
Not sure what you mean. My agency's just a couple blocks away. It's strange to see you here, though. What brings you out to Kamurocho?
Well,
Maybe meeting a seductive journalist?
I understand now. You're the ones behind all this. What will you do with that video?
Nothing, if you give us what we want.
What is it, money?
No, we're after something else entirely.
What are you going to do to me?
We're just taking you for a little trip.
No. No, I'm afraid you're not.
Hmm?
You forget. I'm a powerful man.
Who are these assholes?
Health Ministry thugs, if I had to guess.
Do they have them all over the city or something?
Delete that video, Yagami!
At least you get to kick his shit in. You know, it's a shame that I'm in a batting cage area, yet there's no bats around for me to use. Oh. Oh, hello, hello? We? Hold on, no, I wanted to do something. Alright, now I can't. I was like, the collision was weird there for a second, hello? Can I hop up the fucking... No. Okay. Can I get up here? There we go.
Stay back! Don't come any closer!
Look where all that power got you. Nobody's running to help now. Not the ADDC, not the Ministry of Health. I've been waiting a long time for this moment.
If you kill me, think what will happen to 89. Their research will come to a screeching halt!
Don't worry. Nobody's killing anybody. But I suggest you learn a little humility. I never said I wouldn't hurt you.
Come on, we're out of here. Man, it's been a while since I did something like this. Feels good getting back in the groove, you know?
You always did have a habit of stripping them down.
Well, yeah. Everyone's the same underneath all this bullshit. Scientist, doctor, whatever.
Listen here. It's not too late for you. But if you don't release me...
You'll have your assassin hunt us down?
I'll take extensive legal action against you.
Huh. Who knows what'd happen if you did that? I might accidentally let that video loose to the press.
What?
If that doesn't sound good to you, start talking. You're gonna tell us everything you know about 89.
Yeah, now of all times for the fucking Kaheen thing. Fine. There. Done.
This is gonna be a while. Guess we can take turns heading out to grab food.
Hey, remind me what we're trying to get out of him?
Where we can get proof of the 89 experiments. Whether or not we actually get that proof depends on us.
I'm ready when you are, man. Or you want to rough him up some more first?
Why me? What do you people want?
Who are those guys at the batting center?
Well,
You mentioned how powerful you are. Did you hire them to protect you?
Out with it already.
Quit acting like you got any goddamn dignity.
You've made me a very happy man today. Why don't we have some real fun now that the interview's out of the way, hmm? My little minx?
Who would have thought the scientist who was gonna save the world would turn out to be some pervy asshole? Your name's gonna go down in history if this gets out. And not how you're hoping.
Stop. I'm begging you, please.
Who were those thugs at the batting center?
Hitmen. On the Ministry of Health payroll.
Ichinose's payroll, in other words.
That's right.
I think you mean, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ichinose-san knows I've been abducted. More of them could rush in here at any minute if you don't release me.
If you haven't noticed, we've got this whole fighting thing pretty down by now.
Next question. It's about what happened 3 years ago.
Huh?
An Alzheimer's patient at the ADDC by the name of Wakusan was murdered. His body found buried far out in the mountains. At the time, Shinpei Okubo was thought to be the killer. But the truth is, it was an unforeseen consequence of 89, which Shono had administered to this Wakusan. You knew, didn't you?
What? Cat got your tongue? Guess you're about to become internet famous then.
Wait! Answer me, Kido! Yes. I knew.
Who told you? When? How?
I'm sorry. I can't say any more than that. If I did, Please, just give me some time to figure things out.
Time's one thing I don't have. Shinpei Okubo's about to get executed for a murder he didn't commit.
What?
I need to get every last bit of information out of you right here. I'll even resort to torture if I have to.
Torture? You'd break the law over this?
What? That doesn't sound fun to you?
Of course not!
Then start talking! Nobody's gonna come help you now. I'll give you a chance to think it over. You better be ready by the time I come back.
Kido's already a broken man. My guess? At this point, he's just desperate to save his own skin.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe you should take a breather. I'm sure giving Kido some time to stew will make him realize talking's the only option. We'll keep an eye on him in the meantime.
Thanks, Sugiura.
You do a bunch of side missions.
Appreciate it.
Don't worry.
Hey,
we'll keep him
even a
here
guy
for the
like
next
you
2
needs to
hours of the
take
game.
breaks. You've been up and out all freaking day.
So yeah, I guess this is the chance that they give me to be like, hey, you want to wrap up any more side missions? This is your time to do them. Especially since they've opened up here. And there's still that other mission, but I don't know where I'm supposed to find it. But I think that's where we're going to stop. We've got done about 3 hours or so. That's not what I meant to do. We did about 3 hours. We're at the second to last chapter of the game. And yeah, we did a lot of progress. And sorry about that scene earlier. I'll put a warning at the start of the stream on YouTube. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll make sure to get the timestamps of when it happens so that, you know, it can be avoided by those who are uncomfortable with that scene. But yeah, this was a stream for certain. Thank you all for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you all for coming by and watching. And yeah, I gonna suspect that maybe within the next 3 or so streams of this game, I'll probably have it done. As I said, I think I'm probably not gonna do every side mission that I come across, because I'll probably do like the major ones, so the ones at the Genda office and the tender ones, but I don't know about the ones in Yagami's office. It's up in the air. I'll probably do a stream of this, another stream of finishing up Chapter 12 alongside side missions, and then whatever Chapter 13 side missions may have, and then Chapter 13 finale proper. That may be what the deal is. But yeah, we're close to the end here. And yeah, this has been an interesting experience as a game that's, you know, alongside with the Like a Dragon franchise. So that's something. But yeah, I appreciate you all for coming by. If you want to see when I go live next, be sure to keep up with my socials, mostly on Blue Sky and Tumblr, as far as where I post about when I'm going live. I have a Twitter, and I am a bit active on that in terms of retweeting stuff, but I can't abide by posting on there very often at all. Like, I don't post much, period. And on Twitter, I have very good reason for it. It's because of all of the bots and shit, which I'm thankful is not on Blue Sky. You know, it's really interesting. We've had bot problems on Twitter and other kinds of invasive bullshit on there for so long that when we have a platform like Blue Sky that doesn't have that, and all of the posts that are on there are from people you actually follow and or want to discover because others follow them, it's refreshing to have a platform that's not full of toxic bullshit. So that's something. But besides that, I've also been posting when I'm going live on YouTube as well. And again, hi YouTube. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for the night. Bit shorter than before, but you know, we're getting close to the end, so try and pace this out well enough. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have a good rest of your evening or whenever you're seeing this. Stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, be good out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.